Hello, this is a 5 handicap game played against the top professional Michael Redmond 9 dan, who won this game by 13 and a half. It was pretty peaceful, nice shapes, very proper play, especially by white, and a little bit too cautious by black. So let's see what black could have done to make it closer or even win this game. So we have a typical start for a handicap 5 game with white overstretching on the side. This is actually the move that white expects to see, and later white can just complete the side with a move like q11, which is quite elegant to settle the moya. So black should consider q11 in order to take away white's nice spot. Now white plays a shoulder hit. That's very trendy nowadays, both in even and handicap games, and the reason for this move is to get a few stones towards the middle and neutralize the Tengen power. So black pushes, that's fine. One space jump to be flexible. Then the wedge in order to create cutting points, that's really good. Atari and connect. And now white extends light. And this is actually a move to bait black into cutting. But this is not going to work because white has the ladder that goes in diagonal like this. And black is captured. And even if the ladder doesn't work later on, so here the ladder works. But if the ladder doesn't work, white can Atari from behind and just sacrifice the stone in order to get the wall. Something like this will happen later in the game. So normally this kind of flexible move, it's baiting black to cut, but the cut is actually very small. So black shouldn't think about it. Black invades right away. It's a little bit aggressive and not really necessary. Black can play a large point like d10 or k3. Also, it's good enough to play moves like this just to secure the corners. Another pretty big point is to play s17, s16, and then prepare the invasion around r12 or r11. So white might even defend, but it's not necessary to be that aggressive because black has a lot of potential all over the board. So, but well, this r10 shows that black is eager to fight. So white is going to settle the r14 stone first, get a little stronger. Playing this crosscut, it's a tactic to make a sabaki in the top right corner. Normally white just hane, but being a handicap game, with this move, white wants to over concentrate black in the top. So Atari, that's a fine option. Here white, black can also think about Atari this way and connect, and when white connects under, black will capture the stone in the corner. So black still settles the corner pretty well, and white's group is low on the side and it still needs some eye shape. So white might play one space jump to fix a base, and then black has time to come out with the Kosumi and one space jump to run into the center. Now this way, white managed to take center, Atari first. So the position in the top gets a little bit over concentrated for black this way, even if that's a Ponuki. So white shape here, it's quite light and a little more powerful than before. Now white can play the Kosumi first. So all of a sudden this R10 became a target. So black comes out, white hane. Let's see if black can go out in a different way. For example, shoulder hit here. If white covers like this, black can just block and threaten to catch those stones. White needs to go out again, and then black will jump out. So black can treat this R10 a little lighter and just go out in order to attack the top stones. This would turn into a trade, kind of. There's a cutting point here, so white has to pay attention, and black can even resist on the right side. So, oops, block and extend. This can be an option to fight here for black. Well, black simply pushed. Another way would be to play a one space jump, but this requires more reading locally. Anyway, black can escape here. So let's see what happened. The way black managed to survive was a little bit painful. Only two eyes in the end. So hane, that's good. Extend, also fine, but now white is the vital point, which is the eye stealing Tesuji. This feels so good for white. If white would protect here, black can take the spot and make eye shape, so it's excellent timing for white to remove it. Now attach to try to connect under, but that doesn't work. So let's see if there's a better way here. This is Suji maybe. If white protects this way, black will bump, white has to go down, and let's see how we got Atari and extend, jump. Not sure this is centered though, and then Atari, Atari, and a loose net. This would be an interesting way to escape because white is still endangering the top right area, and also this group in the middle became super heavy. So S13, it's a pretty interesting Tesuji to consider, and if white plays here, black has this kind of connection. Now if white connects, black can come out threatening to connect at R13 and then simply connect to the top. So attach, but the problem with this attach is that it's going to hurt the R6 corner. So black still needs to connect, white connects solid on the outside. It's good to play one Atari first. Later white is not going to answer, but right now he will connect because he still wants to keep the pressure on the group. Then black can jump here and jump in the center. So black decided to get the life on the side. White is happy to surround, then black just barely survives with 2 points. So all this sequence was painful for black. Therefore, black shouldn't invade in the first place. I mean, if you go back all the way to this, if you look all over the board and black plays a big spot like D10 for example, and white adds another move on the right side to prevent the invasion at R10, then black goes for K3 or K4. With these two moves for black, black is going to cover the two large sides while white just defends a small area around R11. Therefore, black shouldn't even consider the invasion in that early stage of the game. That can get you in trouble early, and you don't want that against a strong player. You want to keep the balance for as long as you can. The game doesn't have to finish in the first 20 moves. So now white is going on a counter attack. White got the thickness on the outside and he's attacking the Q4 corner. Black double up and jump, that's fine. Then protect the corner. Actually here black can play S5 or even S6, but in fact S5 it's a better shape. So when white plays here, just block. If white plays this kind of move, protect this way. Then on the Hane, Atari connect and defend. So the corner has enough space to leave. This way it's a little smaller. Every point matters in the end. So black surviving the corner, but he's surrounded. And in general you don't want to have the group surrounded because they have no prospects in the future. This is proper, white extends back, so white got a pretty nice point on the bottom. Then black is center. So black extended on the left side, that's a large point, and now he's also looking to use the K10 stone somehow. White found a pretty nice move next to separate that K stone or from the left side. So white jumps here in order to reduce the left side and try to kill this K10 on a large scale. Black comes out. Let's see if black can try other things here. For example, a move like this, threatening to reduce the bottom side. If white answers here, black continues. On the Hane, just block. On this block, Hane and go up. So this is trying to reach out to the center, to the Tengen, and also reduce the bottom side. Play like this is just running from the middle. And black escapes. This wedge is good, creates some cutting points. Gives white a pretty bad shape, the empty triangle. And now black is out. Normally here, black wants to no-be back or play a one space jump to prevent white's hane at d10, but it can be dangerous for the middle group if it gets surrounded, so it's more urgent to go out this way. White played a pretty good shape, then black connected. Alright, so far so good. So white got some profit on the left side, but at least black managed to escape from the middle, so now the game it's still long. This cut it's too small. At this stage of the game, black should look all over the board and focus in the corners. For example, d2, it's a very large point because from d2 it's easy to invade at h3 next. If white plays a move here to protect the left side, black can attach, pull back to reduce from the top left and then invade the bottom. Now, if white protects the bottom area, for example like this, black can answer once, also hane and double hane, but it's pretty good to slide on the left side, trying to connect to d11. If white defends here, then the left side just got smaller. Now on the bottom, black has the hane and double hane. So this is another 4 sequence. All this area, the lower left corner, it's black and the bottom is not that large anymore. So is the left side. This is very big for black. Actually, sorry, for white to attach and pull back. Black can also go down here. I think something like that happened anyway. So this cut, it's rather small. It's what white wants to happen to squeeze. And instead of this Atari, black should connect the top side. When white descends at s16, black doesn't have to block. It's too early. So for white it's not that urgent to play s16, therefore for black it's not urgent either. j17 is so much bigger. Otherwise white will push there instantly. And now white needs to attach and pull back here, then block the territory on the left side. Black will go down. This can happen and black can reduce the bottom like that. So the top side, it's pretty large now, but it's the only very big territory black has got so far. Well, left and right corners are like 10 points each, 2 eyes on the side. Overall, maybe still a good game for black. So this s16 Atari, it's really small at this stage. j17 very big, d2 is large, slide on the left side, or attach and pull back. Because if white plays away, black can still reduce this way. Anyway, for white it's super big to play j17, threatening the Atari under at k18. So black played this Atari, now white immediately enters the top. This capture, it's also, well, it's kind of sente. But yeah, this Atari is large. Oh, white is going for a, black is going for a trade. This Atari, oh no, wait, actually, this Atari is sente. White has to answer, and then black can connect. But anyway, it's painful. If we imagine that black invested here all these stones to capture one, it's so much effort for 2 points. That's why in general you don't want to cut when you can be squeezed like that. So that's one big lesson to take away from this game. On and pull back sente, that's big. White got a lot on the left side. This move, c8, it's super proper and also a very large point because it prevented the slide. And now black has to protect the corner, which he did. d2 is very good. Then attach. Now in general on this Kosumitsuke, black can answer c3. So in the corner, the hane d2, d1, it's not going to be sente. And after this move, black can still think about ways to reduce. But black can also play e3 and hane. And now continue with the double hane. White will always play this peep first to give black a bad shape here, this famous b2 bomber. But when this happens, white is not going to live inside. So if this move and then push and push again, black can block. And when white tries to set up a coin in the corner, black has this Tetsuji, then push and cut and extend. So this will create Dame Tsumari in both marked spots. So white is dead in the corner. What white will try later in the game, it's actually the hane. Now black can pull back, then block and defend. But if black blocks right away, white will Atari, black captures a stone, Atari again, black needs to connect, otherwise it's a ko, and then white can leave in the corner. But even if this happens, white has a problem on the bottom side, because black can invade with this Tesuji. So when white connects, black connects under, white blocks, and black can push more. In the end, the points that white erased in the corner are going to be reduced on the bottom, so black compensates, and therefore black can play this kind of sequence too. So anyway, black should consider e3 and hane, or simply play c3. Now when black plays d3, white later can hane connect in sente, which will happen, but right now white jumps out to prevent the shoulder hit at g4. So black tries to reduce, but that's a little bit shy. Black can go even deeper, and normally white will block like this. Then another move in the center to stay safe. Now white builds more. Yeah, this Kosumi is sente. Oh, actually that Kosumi would be sente for black also. So if black plays here, all these moves are sente. And then jump in the center. So now white blocked the bottom area, and this kinda sealed the game. Oh, so nice to see that white is taking center with that combination. Normally white just defends, then black plays away, and later on white plays the clamp. But white started with this Tesuji, this Tsuke. If black cuts, white covers, then oops, misclick. This Atari can wait actually, just connect, and black has to worry about life. So this is a sacrifice to take center. When white connects, black has to go down, and now white can continue center. If black plays away, white is happy to connect under. This is center, so is this one. Good to connect solid, no quadrats in the corner. This looks artistic, but it leaves the Atari here as a quadrat. So very good to connect like that. With this move, black is preparing the monkey jump. So if white plays away, black immediately plays the monkey jump and reduces more points in center. But white knows about that, so white will block and prevent the monkey jump. Therefore, for black it's more interesting to play hane and connect. Even if it's gote for now, later the follow-up to play hane under is going to be sente. But after white blocks and black plays away, white will play sente in the corner. This attach will probably give points white can cut. So in this case, just push and push again and hane. Like this, white will cut and gain more. So black didn't profit much from sacrificing this particular stone at L6. And now black needs this shape to stay connected in the middle. Playing here, white will cut and grab more points. So this maneuver with the sacrifice and the cut on the Atari on the outside was minus in the end. Black is supposed to play Atari here and push, and white will just build a few extra points in the center. Oh, this Atari is center, but then white feels very good to play Atari on the two stones. Therefore, black should play it first. So Atari connect, extend. Here black should play the hane. White will answer for sure. If white plays a counter hane to build points in the middle, black has Atari and comes inside. So this hane, it's black's privilege. Then this one, it's also center for black. And now push here, tsuke like this. Block here for threatening the cut, and then Atari block with ko. So black plays the ko threat, takes back the ko, white connects. All this reducing its center. Now one space jump, keep everything connected in the middle, that's fine. Again, black can play the wedge and Atari. White will eventually end up with a connection. If black doesn't play e5, white will get it eventually. We'll see. That was big. Yeah, very proper. So not much to do. Now white is comfortably ahead, and that's the game. More 1-2 points here and there. So I would conclude that in this game, allowing white to break the top side at J17 was really large. I mean, all these points disappeared for a few extra points on the right. I mean, in the end, yeah, black captured 2 points, capturing this R16, but lost a bunch in the top. Also, allowing the block here at C8 was really big. Black could always slide around B9. Then the attach in the corner at C16 was large, so black should attach here first and pull back. And losing these stones on the bottom area, trying to reduce, was also quite a minus. So overall, this game could have been much closer or even a slight win for black. Anyway, pretty good shapes, and it's nice to see that black didn't die anywhere, and it made it quite close against a 9-dan professional such as Michael Redmond. Enjoy the review and play stronger next time.